Hey honey buns, welcome back. Today is an Ask Courtney video where we are going to be talking about hostility against Americans in Vietnam. If you guys are interested, keep watching. Hey guys, so we're back with another video. I'm the Courtney Williams. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my channel is meant to document my journey as a makeup artist traveling around the world with the hopes to inspire you guys to follow your own dreams and to walk your own journeys. So as you guys know, today we are doing an Ask Courtney video, okay? So if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit subscribe right now. And if you're still here at this point, go ahead and click the thumbs up bar. Support your girl and show me some love. Thank you in advance. So the question today is from Stephen Drake. He says, Courtney, I love your channel. You're a very courageous lady. Question, do you receive any hostility being an American in Vietnam? The way the country was devastated by the war, I wouldn't be feeling y'all. Maybe you could do a segment about how Vietnamese feel about the war and how they commemorate it. Yes, Stephen, yes, this was such a great question, especially because I've been here for so long. You know, like, you can't be in a new country or just any country outside of yours and be immersing yourself for a long period of time and just not be interested in like their history and where they came from and how they're moving forward. So this was perfect. First off, we are going to do a second video next week where I'll actually be interviewing one of my local Vietnamese friends. She's actually from Saigon. Her name is Lane. Super sweet, super amazing, and she's been just everything for me since I've been here in Ho Chi Minh City. So as you guys know, I was in Hanoi for like 7 months and now I am in Saigon getting my life. So what I want you guys to do is to drop a question that you would like me to ask her, so we can have like an interview list together, and I will ask her those questions on camera and it will be released next week. So if you're interested in asking her something, submit that question in the comment section before Wednesday. Thanks for that. So off the bat, with any hostility being an American, no, I don't feel any hostility. And I honestly had a moment where I questioned like why everyone was so scared for me to come here, because like, you know, when I told my grandmother that I was coming to Vietnam, she like low-key kind of freaked out, like, you're going where and why, and like she was just not having it. And I think she was in a place to kind of probably still remember the effects of like the war, whereas for me, I don't. So getting here to Vietnam, having that moment with her, I definitely was curious as to what happened and why, you know, does she feel that way, or why does she feel like, you know, I won't be safe. And honestly, it's crazy because being here, the Vietnamese people are honestly super welcoming, super friendly, super helpful, like literally going out of their way to help you, to make sure that you are okay. Like, I don't know if you guys ever remember me telling you about how this girl walked me all the way home with her umbrella just because it was raining outside. You know what I mean? Like, that level of kindness, of care, of just making sure everybody is good. So no, as for hostility, I don't feel any hostility. Now, for anybody who doesn't really quite know, the war was like a huge devastation for Vietnam, and it's crazy because I often can feel like how the war probably has still left the country in a developing state, you know, if that makes sense. Because particularly, I don't know if I've expressed this with you guys before, but like being here, well, being in Thailand, being in other parts of Asia, and then coming here, food wise, I could already tell like something was a bit off, because food wise they don't really have as many options. Like, they have Vietnamese food and a Vietnamese food culture, but it's not on the same level of like some other Asian countries. Like, you know, like it hasn't quite been developed yet, like, you know, because they were in war for so long, so they really had to make do with what they had to survive. And it's like, that's what I get more of like the togetherness of the people, and the ability to push through and survive, yo. Because if you think about like the war and how they were like just devastated, literally, like at one point, you know, people were living underground in tunnels. It just was so much going on. And for anybody who really doesn't know, at one point in the history of Vietnam, they were basically separated. North and South were separated. They really didn't agree with each other's political views, and they had outside parties who basically funded them against each other. You know, like at one point it was China, Russia funded them at one point, America. So with America's involvement, when I did my own little research, what I got was that America felt like Vietnam separating, them splitting from north to south, had the potential to become another South Korea, North Korea situation, you know, with the tyrants, you know. And I guess they felt like it was their mission or whatever to make sure that that didn't happen, because at the place where Vietnam sits in Asia, they felt like it would be kind of like a domino effect. Like if it happened in Vietnam, then, you know, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, all of those are following, and it'll be a bigger problem for the rest of the world. So that is kind of what I got from doing my own research of, you know, America involving themselves in the war and funding, you know, one part of Vietnam. Whereas, like, you know, sometimes talking to Vietnamese people, I kind of get a different side of it, of like it was really a war because of the position that Vietnam sits. Because as soon as you come to Vietnam, or if you come to Asia, it's like you quickly realize all of these neighboring countries are super easy to get to. Like you're in Thailand, you can easily get to Cambodia, you can get to Laos, you can get to Vietnam. It's like very like literally like they're neighbors, you know, like they're at each other's neck and back, so it's easy to travel through them. And what one of my Vietnamese friends was telling me was that they wanted to basically take over, like America wanted to take over Vietnam, because it would have been a great position for them to put themselves for them when they wanted to, like, you know, take over China, because they couldn't straight go in and take over China, because China's like way big, okay, like it's very huge. And granted, I haven't been to China yet, but whenever I meet Chinese people, I always get a sense of like, you know, don't fuck with us, you know, like they're like, they seem very cool, but it's like you're not gonna run over us, like we're very smart, we're intellectual, we, you know, you're not gonna run over us. And China's huge, so America couldn't like go straight in and take over China. But what my Vietnamese friend was telling me was basically like, because Vietnam is so long and you can reach literally like a bunch of other South Asian countries, they could have made Vietnam a hub if they were able to successfully take over it. And then whenever they needed to do other things war related, or other, you know, or when they eventually decided to kind of try to go towards China, that would have been a great positioning place. Like they could easily come from so many different angles. So yeah, it was a lot. And I think on the American side, with, you know, so many soldiers going there and dying and just so much happening, and then on a flip side, I think this was like the first war where it was really shown a lot on TV, where people were seeing American soldiers doing like vicious things, like wiping out a whole village, killing people, like just a lot of things going on that really kind of diminished the allure of America. So it was a lot. I mean, I'm still myself doing research on it, Steven. Like, I've been so intrigued, I want to say over the last like 6 months, and I've been kind of doing like my own little digging. So I don't know, y'all. Hostility, no, I don't feel that whatsoever. And I think Vietnamese people really don't talk about it, honestly. Like, for me to get the information, I have to ask. And even talking to one of my other Vietnamese friends, she was telling me like it's kind of something that is trying to be put in the past a bit. So yeah, that it's been an interesting journey for sure. All right guys, so this is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, remember, people will stare, make it worth their while, and I'll see you guys later.